What's going on, everyone? Shadow Fox here. Been a while, but we are going to do a deck profile on my Tenpai Dragon deck. I'm going to show you main side extra, and then some reasonings for the cards that I chose, and also ratios, and then also cards that I didn't choose, and the reasoning behind that as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. The results for this deck have been really, really good. I have topped or came in first in 10 different events, not including locals, obviously. Unfortunately, no like YCS level, but mostly online things for prizing and stuff. But we'll go ahead and get into it. So for the main deck first, we have 2 Genroku, we have 2 Fadra, we have 3 Pydra, and then we have 3 Chandra. And that makes all the Tenpai monsters. Then we have 1 Magnamut. And then for hand traps, we got 3 Ash Blossom. We got 3 Dimension Shifter. We have 3 Fulwos, or Fuwalos. So 2 of these are in the mail. So there's some cards that are missing in here, but and then 3 Perulia. Then for spell cards, we got 1 Sangan Summoning, 3 Kaiman, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Regeki, 2 Lightning Storm, a Terraforming, 2 Waywithers of Will, 1 Set Rotation, and 1 Pot of Prosperity. And then for traps, we just got the 3 Dominus Impulse. So then we have our extra, which is going to be 1 Hieratic Seal, 1 Striker Dragon, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Hida, 1 Promethean Princess, 1 Raging Phoenix, and 1 Zealantis for the Link package. And then we have Double Bident Dragon, a Samurai Destroyer, Black Rose, Meteor Burst, Ruddy Rose, Transcendent, and Trident Dragon for the Synchros. Then for the side deck. So for the side, we got triple DD Crow. We got triple Ghost Ogre. We got triple Spooky Dogwood. Triple D Barrier. And finally, triple Heat Wave. So I guess I'll go ahead and go into explanation on the ratios and why I play what I play first, and we can go into like the side deck and the patterns and everything, and then the stuff that I just chose not to play. So for the main deck, I guess y'all have noticed, so I play 2 Fadra and I play 2 Genroku. I really just like seeing them. Sometimes they're not that bad in the opening hand either, because you can open up plays with Fadra where you open up like a way to get to Sangan Summoning and then pitch another Tenpai monster and then just summon this out and go off combo from there. Genroku, it wasn't enough just to run 1 in the deck. I kept opening it too much, and it's too good just being able to beam out an extra body from the hand. And then for the spell cards, so this is kind of like the spiciest part of the deck, I suppose. So the set rotations and the way where there's a will. So couple things happened. So the ban list happened and we lost 3 Pot of Prosperity. Or sorry, we lost 2 Pot of Prosperity. So we also lost 2 Sangan Summoning, and then we needed a way to make the deck more consistent again, right? So this way, when you run these, you run 5 Pot of Prosperity, because basically this card acts as a Pot of Prosperity going second. Its effect is during the main phase, the turn player can excavate cards from the top of their deck up to the number of cards your opponent controls. If you do, add 1 to your hand, then put the rest on the bottom of the deck and a card in your hand on the bottom as well. So it's literally Pot without the restriction of you do half damage. And then this hardly ever comes up. I've resolved it like twice, but its second effect is that at the end of the turn, if the opponent has not, or if you excavated 9 or more cards with this effect during the end phase, your opponent has to shuffle their entire field back into their deck, and in their grave, which isn't as relevant, but still, like, I did it against a U-Bell player. It was really, really funny. They just kind of lost everything, and they kind of lost on the spot too. It's also really funny to set rotation too, to get rid of like the Centurion field spell, to get rid of Nightmare Throne, to get rid of, you know, any problem really. So there's that. Then for the side deck, so there's a reason. Well, let me just go card by card, I guess. So DD Crow, instead of playing Bystials, I decided to play this. This has way more utility. It's very good against multiple matchups, and it's done very well so far. It beats up Snake Eye. It beats up just, it has more, it's a wider card, I feel, than Bystials. And while it's not a body, I feel like it's more disruptive. Then we got the Ghost, excuse me, then we got the Ghost Ogres. So the Ghost Ogres, they're pretty good. This is the one flex spot, so they've kind of come in and out of the deck, but for now, Ghost Ogre has been performing pretty well, just based off of the format and what I've been playing against. Then we got the Spooky Dogwood. So this is actually a card that I have been playing around with and testing in the main deck. So the theory behind this is, obviously it's a time card, right? But then also, let's say game 1, you open up Ghost Sister, right? Because of the Charmies or whatever. And your opponent just starts going off. Well, you're going to get to way over threshold on life points to where your opponent can't kill you on your next turn. So let's say you get stopped and can't OTK, or let's say that, you know, you can only set up like a suboptimal board and you need one more turn. This puts them on a 1-turn clock to kill you, and they can't kill you. So either they stop, right, and you kill them, or they keep going, you get too high, then they can't kill you next turn, and then you just kill them on the following turn. And then the last 6 cards are just going first cards, Heat Wave and D-Barrier. I play this deck to go first sometimes, to kind of like, just to psych my opponent out and just make them side incorrectly. Or if I think my opponent's going to make me go first, like let's say I'm playing against the Mirror Match and Tenpai, or I'm playing against Centurion, like I kind of want to go first, so I'm going to play these in the side. Then on to cards that I don't play in the deck at all. So I used to play Triple Imperm, and ever since Impulse came out, it was way higher impact of a card, and this just like kind of, it lost its place in the deck for me. And then the same thing for Fenrir. So Fenrir is a incredible card. It allows you to OTK through Shifter and Prosperity, which is incredible. Unfortunately, because we play Impulse, it is lower impact, and it can clog up the hand a little bit, so that's why I took that out as well. Nibiru, it's a very good card, but it is a light monster, and I wouldn't be maining it in my build just because I don't think it's necessary. Like, I play enough board breakers to crack your board no matter what, and also digging like halfway into my deck with Way Where There's a Will and Prosperity will allow me to do that as well. So I just don't think Nibiru was really good, and it also clashes with Impulse as well. Then we have Forbidden Droplet. Used to play that, don't play it anymore. The new Charmy Hand Trap, also the rise of Shifter, and a bunch of other stuff. Like, I just don't think it's high impact enough. And it clashes with Shifter in my deck as well. Same thing with the Droll. I was playing Twin Twister at one point to kind of force out some back row decks, also to remove some problems, some floodgates, to hurt Ubel a little bit, but it's not needed anymore. Then other Bystials, I kind of covered this in my side deck coverage. I play DD Crow instead. Crossout Designator is a great card. If you go hand trap heavy, then and don't play like the board breakers, I would play this, but I kind of play a hybrid, right? And then a little cool tech card that I'm going to try testing out for next format is this card. So it's very good against Ryziel. So Grand Tusk Dragon says, if this card is normal special summon, you can target up to 2 other cards on the field, destroy them. If you do, this card gains 600 attack for each card destroyed. The attack gain is irrelevant. Basically, the play is like if you're forced to go first against Ryziel, right? Or you choose to go first. If you get to a seal becomes a 1 for 3. Because you go seal, we're going to tribute it off, we're going to spin a monster back, and then we're going to special summon Grand Tusk, and Grand Tusk is going to pop 2 other cards on the field. But that is the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any other questions or comments about the deck, you can always hit me up via message. I'll be really good about getting back to you. And I've seen a lot of success with the deck. I really like it, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, peace.